My boyfriend confessed his love to my 17-year-old sister. I don't even know where to begin. The day I discovered that my long-term boyfriend had confessed his love to my sister, everything shattered. We had been together for almost 5 years. I met him in my early 20s, and back then, he felt like the most loving and gentle person I had ever known. He was my safe place, my home. He was attentive, supportive, and always there when I needed him. Initially, my family was against our relationship due to cultural differences. He did everything he could to prove himself. He learned my language, adapted to my family's values, and even moved abroad with me for a short time when I went to study, saying he couldn't leave me alone. He left everything behind for me. After we returned to our country, we continued our relationship. We didn't live together full-time. I lived with my parents, and he lived with his. Whenever my family went on vacation, he stayed at our home for weeks, sometimes even longer. My sister was still a child when he first started staying with us. He took her to school and did groceries for us. To me, they felt like siblings. That's why I was in absolute shock when my sister told me that about a month ago, he confessed his love to her. She said he told her, "Your sister was my first love, but you are my true love." And I wanted to force this situation so that it could not go any other way. I believe my sister completely. She had no reason to lie and was clearly distressed and terrified to tell me. She didn't share it immediately because I was going through a stressful time with school and she didn't want to burden me. According to her, they stayed awake together until around 5 a.m. Afterward, when I asked him why he had been awake all night with my sister, he acted like I was irrational and overreacting. That reaction unsettled me and is one reason I believe her. Culturally, we hadn't been allowed to stay together overnight for months. It was confusing that during that time when he could have been with me, he chose to spend the night with my sister instead. This wasn't the first time something like this had happened. When I expressed my discomfort, we argued, and he acted as if I was crazy for feeling that way. He asked questions like, "What do you think would happen?" And "Do you expect that from me or from her?" At the time, I thought he was just offended by my feelings. But looking back, it feels like he was testing my suspicions. After his confession, my sister asked him to end our relationship because she felt it was too painful and unfair to me. He told her he would break up with me, knowing what he was doing wasn't right. Shortly after that, he tried to break up with me, which had never happened before. He claimed our relationship was going badly and that others thought the same. Not knowing the truth, I tried to fix things and convince him we could work it out. We decided to give our relationship another chance, all while he was staying with me. During that time, I started noticing things that felt off, but brushed them aside. He listened to the same music my sister did, reacted emotionally when she didn't reply, and seemed more focused on her during family emergencies than on me. I told myself he was just being a protective older brother. At the end of that month, he told my sister he had decided not to break up with me after all, because he deserved love too and was allowed to be selfish. When everything finally came to light, I confronted him. He didn't deny crossing boundaries, but minimized it all. He claimed the confession wasn't romantic and tried to justify his behavior by bringing up a situation where my sister briefly dated an older man, as if that made his actions acceptable. That same day, he admitted he had developed feelings for her, but not romantically, claiming my sister kissed him while intoxicated about a year ago. He said this was very hard for him. I don't believe him. Even if something like that had happened, he should have come to me immediately and acted like an adult. Instead, he hid it for a year while continuing our relationship as if everything was normal. The day after my sister told me everything, I contacted his sister. She acted like I was foolish and said my sister was lying. Later, I spoke to his mother, who was hostile from the start. She insisted my sister must be lying and that I was ungrateful for everything her son had done for me. She even indirectly threatened me if I took further steps. At that moment, I realized how alone I was in this. My life shattered the day I found out my boyfriend of almost 5 years confessed his love to my sister. I broke up with him, but I honestly don't know what to do anymore. I feel devastated, betrayed, confused, and completely broken. What would you have done?